Hey everyone, I think I posted some videos a while back this summer when I opened a couple boxes, but I didn't really properly introduce myself or sort of talk about why I'm getting back into collecting to some extent. I'm in my late 20s. When I was a kid, probably like, I don't know, age 7 to maybe 12 or so, I was really into collecting cards, especially baseball cards, but cards generally. And my dad and my brother were too. We would go to shows together. My dad was putting together a complete set of the Topps 1968 Tigers, the year that they won the World Series against the Cardinals. He actually was very, very close to finishing, I'm pretty sure. I think he was working on the 84 team as well, but not as seriously because he was a kid in 68, so it was nostalgic for him. I had a huge Tigers collection that he helped me a lot with some really amazing cards. I had the Jim Bunning rookie card, which is pretty valuable if you look on eBay even today. I had some signed Al Kaline. I mean, you have to understand, a lot of the stuff I was getting was junk era, so there wasn't a ton of stuff to open that had cool autographs in it, at least that I could buy. But we would find stuff at shows, and I'd buy singles and things like that. Anyway, I stopped collecting very seriously, and then we moved when I was 17, and somehow in that move, all of the Tigers cards just disappeared. I still have my main card collection at home somewhere in my parents' attic, but it was all just the junk stuff and all the other sports and stuff I didn't care as much about. My Tigers card collection is just gone. So the Jim Bunning rookie cards, the K-lines, all the Alan Trammell stuff I had. Trammell's my favorite player. All of it disappeared, which is really depressing. My dad can't find his 68 Tigers either, even more depressing. And so that, combined with just being older and having other interests and other hobbies, means that I haven't collected much recently. But thanks to YouTube, I've been watching a lot of other guys who still do, and I wanted to get back into it. So here I am. I have 3 boxes. I got these from Steel City Collectibles. I'm going to split them up a little bit. I'm going to open them in separate videos just because I can't really afford to open a box every day or every week otherwise. But anyway, yeah, so I'm looking for Tigers cards. They're hard to find in the real modern stuff because they're so bad right now. But I have some 06 down here, which should be easier. Love the Tigers, all eras, but especially the 50s through 70s. I love the vintage stuff. I like other players too. I mean, I like Hall of Famers, obviously. There's certain players I've always liked, like Omar Vizquel from my childhood was one of my favorite players. I'm totally open to trading. So if you guys see something you want, if you're another YouTuber and you want to trade something I found for a Tiger or for another player that I enjoy, totally on board with that. Just send me a message or leave a comment down below and we'll figure it out. Anyway, the boxes, 2018 Diamond Kings. I've already opened one of these, but I enjoy these cards. I got a weird box of 2013 Panini Cooperstown because it was super cheap, so I figured why not. And then Topps 2006 Rookies, 1952 edition. See some of my very small Tigers collection that I'm rebuilding back here. Got the draft pick card for Justin Verlander from 2005, and a framed mini Allen Ginter jersey relic of Ivan Rodriguez, Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer. And then also, I have this little packet that Steel City sent me, probably because I ordered enough. So I'm going to open this first. Got some Leaf draft football. I'm not really a football fan, but I'll open them anyway. And Panini Americana, which I know are like the sort of weird celebrities and actors and stuff. And then I have a scratch off from Steel City, which I'm going to scratch but you can't see it. It's just a $5 off gift card. Alright, let's start with the Americana. Jeez. Impossible to open. We've got Audrina Partridge, Josie Davis, Emily Mead, Joe Manganiello on the tube card. I like him because I think it's hilarious that he's so into D&D. Check it out on YouTube if you're not aware. He's got a pretty insane setup in his basement. Katrina Bowden, James Earl Jones, one of the greatest voices of all time, Tiffany Thiessen, and Ian Ziering. And then the draft football from Leaf. The years, 2018. Field Generals, Sam Darnold, Sonny Michel, I guess, Troy Fumagalli, Akram Wadley, and Christian Kirk. So nothing there that really interests me a whole lot. The Joe Manganiello card's kind of funny, but not something I would collect. All right, what should we start with? Let's start big. Let's start with the Topps 2006 1952 edition rookies. There's supposed to be 3 autographs per box of this. I don't know if there's any really great autographs. I didn't really bother checking, to be perfectly honest with you. But I liked the design of the cards. Saw some other people open these, thought they were cool. And the Tigers were, kind of coming up. It's Verlander's first full year. There's some other players from my childhood that I obviously watched and enjoyed. It's funny, if you watch case breaks now, like there's no Tigers hits most of the time, it seems like. And I think it's just because they're terrible. This is a weird box. It doesn't have the normal fold over thing. Comes with a checklist on top. I'm going to adjust a little bit here. I'm running out of space. Okay. First pack. It's got Ron Flores, Mike Esposito, Yude Brito, Shin-Soo Choo, dynamic duos of Mike Napoli and Howie Kendrick, Cole Hamels. Is that really a rookie card? That doesn't, seems like he's been around longer than that. I guess it is. Chris Sampson and Chris Mabius. Pack number 2. Boone Logan, Bobby Livingston, Anderson Hernandez, Ben Hendrickson. Oh, nice. Papelbon auto. These are real autos too. This is an on-card auto. Let me sleeve this real quick. Papelbon maybe didn't have quite the career people expected after he first came up and was so dominant. But he's a good player and obviously very, very popular as well. So there's a Papelbon auto. Again, willing to trade if you have something that I want. Just let me know. I don't think it's numbered. Nope. Chris Resop, Kristen Orfia, Hanley Ramirez. Pausing to drink some coffee, sorry guys. And maybe eat a little piece of bacon. Kurt Berkins, Ryan Spilboros, Mike Pelfrey, feels thick for some reason, Rich Hill. I like Rich Hill only because he flamed out, hurt himself, ended up playing independent league ball, and then came back from that, which I think is cool. A-Rod. Kendrys Morales. Josh Sharpless. And Josh Kinney. I actually live near an independent league team. I've been to a couple games. It's pretty fun. You can sit right behind home plate for like $5. I'll probably go to some this summer as well. Maybe if I am bored and not too shy, I'll take a video. Greg Jones, Dustin McGowan, Corey Hart, Willie Ibar. Motherfucker. Expired redemption of Matt Kemp. That's really frustrating. It's a pretty decent one too. Joel Guzman, Jeff Karstens, and Jason Kubel. That of course is always the risk of opening older stuff from Topps. I've been told they do not honor expired redemptions. I'll probably go online and see, but I don't expect to get that card. Eric O'Flaherty, Dustin Mosley, Drew Meyer, Dan Ortmeyer, dynamic duos of Stephen Drew and Carlos Quinton, Josh Johnson, John Van Benschoten, and David Gassner. I don't understand why Topps makes 2-year expiration dates when cards have always been this way. You can walk into a local card shop and buy boxes that are, 5, 10, 15 years old. It seems like they should honor the way the hobby works a little bit more, but Charlton Jimerson, Dan Ugla, Bernie Castro, Franklin Gutierrez, Mickey Mantle, obviously not a real 1952 Mickey Mantle, but still pretty cool, Chris Heinz, Chris Duncan, Chris DeMaria. Connor Jackson, Chris Iannetta, Chris Costi, Chris Britton, dynamic duos of Chris Costi and Cole Hamels, Cody Ross, Craig Hansen, and David Ardsman. The dynamic duos card's pretty cool, but I wish I could get one from the Tigers. Let's see. Ramon Ramirez, Ryan Zimmerman, Brian Wilson, Stephen Drew, dynamic duos that wasn't upside down for some reason, of Jeremy Hermida and Josh Willingham, Manuel Corpus, Mark Lowe, Melvin Dorta. Scott Feldman, J.R. House, Matt Garza, Jeff Harris, Ryan Gargo, Freddie Bynum, J.J. Fermaniak, Jack Hanahan, there's a Tiger, collect them all, even the bases. I guess I'll add that to my pile of good cards. Good, obviously, is relative to the individual collector, not just to the value of the card. And for me, any Tigers card, it's not a duplicate, is a good card. Although, some are obviously better than others. Joe Inglet, Jeremy Sowers, I forget, Jeremy Hermida, Jeremy Browns, the Jeremy pack, Jesus. John Ford Griffin, Rudy Lugo, Mike Thompson, Mike Rouse. Nelson Cruz, Alberto Caspo, Justin Hermano, Doug Clark, Dontrell Willis, David Pauly, Fernando Nieve, and Francisco Rosario. Yeah, I like these cards. I think that the design is cool. I'm a fan of the vintage designs with the modern players. Usually, although there are some card designs I just don't like, obviously. I know some people love 87 Tops, for example. I hate those cards. Probably because I have a whole box full of them, and that's all you could ever find when I was a kid. They were just everywhere. Chad Santos, Carlos Villanueva, Casey Jansen, Carlos Quinton, foil Greg Maddux, that's pretty cool, put that in the cool pile. Jamie Bubala, Jeff Mathis, and Jim Johnson. Jeez, this is getting long. Sorry guys. Scott Dunn, Alexis Gomez, Francisco Liriano, Bartolome Fortunato, foil of JJ Fermaniac. I really don't know who that is, to be honest. Howie Kendrick, Hong Chi Kuo, Ian Kinsler. Kevin Franzen, Chuck James, Chad Billingsley, Ben Zobrist, foil of Hong Chin Kuo, Mike O'Connor, Jordan Tata, and Jonathan Broxton. It'd be cool if the last auto was a Tiger. Dustin Nippert, Jason Hirsch, Paul McNulty, Jeremy Guthrie, 4 aces for the Marlins, Nolasco, Johnson, Olsen, Sanchez, Marty McLeary, Manny Del Carmen, and Luis Figueroa. Jeremy Accardo, Jeff Fulcino, Jeff Bajinaru, Dustin Pedroia, foil of Fernando Nieve, Jonah Bayless, John Gall, Joel Zumaya. Wish he could have stayed healthy. Guy threw so hard. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to hit the camera. Juan Mateo, Logan Kensing, Taylor Buchholz, Tony Pena, auto of Tom Mastny? Never heard of him. But it's an auto, so it gets a sleeve and a top loader, as all autos should. Sorry I'm doing this off camera, just because it's hard otherwise. Hope you understand. There you go. Nice and protected, Tom Mastny. Alright, let's speed through these last few, since we got our hits already. Chris Young, Jason Botts, Adam Wainwright, Mike Jacobs, Tom Glavine, that's pretty cool, Carlos Marmol, Buck Coates, Brian Slocum. Come on. This pack does not want to open. Time to bring in the scissors. L.A. Soler, Adam Leuven, if you're German, I suppose, Zach Miner, Willie Ibar, Jason Kubel, Chris Booker, Chu Freeman, Chris Barnwell. Last pack. Hayden Penn, John Karanka, Alejandro Ferreira, Melky Cabrera, Ty Taubenheim, Enrique Gonzalez, remember him, Eric Reed, and Fausto Carmona. Interesting story, Fausto Carmona. Google it if you don't remember. All right, so let me quickly sort through these. I'm going to take out all those foil inserts because they seem pretty common. Oh, the Maddox one was cool. All right, so summary. Tigers cards. I got Zach Miner, Jules Maya, Jordan Tata, Alexis Gomez, and Jack Hanahan. And our 3 hits, one which is unfortunately redemption from 13 years ago. Tom Masney, Matt Kemp redemption, and Jonathan Papelbon. Let me know if you're interested in any of them, and if you have any cool Tigers autos or relics or vintage stuff to trade. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.